What's going on, everybody? Hello, John Park. It's been a while. Let me know if you can hear me. Put a W in the chat or put a one. Let me know you can hear me. Oh yeah. Let's see how this is going. Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Well, you guys can hear me just fine. That's what's up. We are on and popping. It's a good thing, people. It's a very good thing. Here we go. I want to see. It's on popping. It's odd. Keep it down here, I guess. Oh man, what's going on, guys? What you guys been up to lately? I'm gonna check out some stuff today. Let's see. It's been a while. It's been a long time, guys. What's up? Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, folks? Let's make sure we get on live. Everyone's coming on. Fantastic. You guys are amazing. Thanks for showing up tonight. You guys are amazing. What's going on, Dark? You've been relentless for me today, Dark. Made me get online. Love that. Thank you for keeping me accountable. I appreciate it, man. Am I lagging? Am I doing good? Stream's not lagging at all. How has everybody been doing in the chat? Tell me about you guys. What's going on? All right. What's up, BYQ? Thank you for joining the chat. Yeah, we're gonna watch some stuff today. Um, get on popping and see what we got going on. What you guys want to see today? Anyway, I'm gonna do some car builds. You know what I'm saying? Like, or some. Let's see here. Tommy G. Let's do some Tommy G. Yeah, you're right. Let's do some Tommy. I did Tommy G not so long ago actually. I can probably do some paranormal files or something. Let's see what Tommy G got though. Let's see what Tommy G got going on. Is there anything with Tommy G you guys were looking to see that you want me to Let's see. 2 days ago, inside the hood of Detroit, Michigan's most aggressive police officer. Inside LA's most dangerous hood. Life as the Avalon gangster crip. East Coast Crips of Los Angeles. What? That doesn't even sound right. East Coast Crips of Los Angeles. Oh, let's do the hidden secrets of Area 51. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one.
If you're a man who makes at least $150K a year and you feel self-conscious about your gut sticking out, I'll get you shredded.
What I call mucho security.
That's not a good sound.
Isn't it weird to imagine that we could literally be 15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone?
What was this being wearing?
Military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean.
We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure.
More security.
More security right now.
Today, ladies and gents, we wrestle with some of the wildest
Dark,
questions
how you
and
make 150
mysteries of
you're
our
doing what?
time, such as, are aliens real? Are UFOs cutting-edge technology from Earth or perhaps from another planet? Why is Area 51 one of the most secretive bases in the country? And what is it that our government is hiding from us? In order to uncover the truth, we assembled a powerhouse team. First up, James Fox. This man is arguably the world's premier expert on UFOs and alien encounters. He's dedicated the last 30 years of his life investigating these claims, digging deeper than perhaps any human alive today. Next, we speak to Jason Sands, an Area 51 insider and employee turned whistleblower who gives us his first-hand testimony of his experience. Then we got Avi Loeb, a Harvard professor, astrophysicist, and one of the brightest minds on the hunt for extraterrestrial technology. And finally, we speak to various people who claim to have had alien experiences themselves. In this episode, we infiltrate the legendary Area 51 both under the cover of darkness and in broad daylight. And you'll have to stay to the end of the episode to see what we did and what happened to us after we breached security and set off the alarms. Join us today.
Hold on. Dark, what did you do to do 150? Okay. You gotta put us on if you're gonna put that out there like that. Right, chat?
As we tackle one of humanity's greatest questions, are we truly alone here on Earth, or do we have visitors from other galaxies walking among us? The truth, folks, might be stranger than anything we ever imagined. Let's dive in. Folks, two things before we get started. First, the merch is back in stock, including the sweatshirts that had sold out repeatedly. We put them back in stock, added a new color. We got the trucker hats, the t-shirts. And also, if you would like early and exclusive access to our Scientology series, including our Pushing...
Should I make a trucker hat, chat? Would you guys buy a trucker hat if I made one? You should have drop shipping. VYQ said no, he doesn't. Say, chat, if I do a trucker hat, what you think? Or a hoodie for the winter time coming up? Limited edition. What you guys think about it? Let me know. What would you just like to see on it?
Match with their private security at their celebrity center.
Whoa. Wait, where's the private property line? Where's the line?
You need to leave right now.
Don't
It's
touch
private
me.
property.
Don't touch
It's
me.
private property. You need to leave right now.
That is available only at Patreon. Become a subscriber and be the one to see it first. And now, folks, to the video. We're in the Wild West right now, folks. It's breathtaking what we're driving through right now on our way to the Alien, which is a motel in the Area 51 network. What is Area 51? Is it a place that aliens were brought to and interrogated and questioned to figure out more and kept from the public? Or is it simply a place that's so remote and so out there that it's an excellent place to develop top-of-the-line military technology, run exercises. Maybe they got a CIA black site somewhere out there. I mean, it would be a perfect place. You just blindfold a guy and take him 2 hours down the highway from Las Vegas. No one's finding you. Alien fresh jerky, man. How much better of a sponsor can you even get in a video? Going to Area 51 eating alien beef jerky, and damn, it's good. If you would like to try some of this delicious jerky for yourself, simply head to their website, link in pinned comments, and use my code TommyG for 15% off your entire order. My personal favorites was their Roadkill Original and their Pineapple Teriyaki. It was delicious, and I think you'll love it. We're already actually through a couple bags. There's a lot of great excitement in my heart right now. We're meeting up with a world-renowned UFO, UAP expert, James Fox. About an hour and a half away. We'll enjoy this road trip and we'll see you guys in a few. So we're halfway to the alien, and already you can tell that there's an alien culture that just permeates around here. The gas stations have aliens in them. It's just so remote. I feel like this is just one of those bizarre places where everyone has some sort of story where they saw this thing in the air. Heck, I have one of those stories. I remember in high school, we were in the back hill in this retention pond. If I had my old phone, I got it on my phone. Like, there was something moving in the air, and I saw it. Like, I know what I saw. Who knows what the explanation is? Let's keep driving. So we're pulling up into a town, the town of Rachel, Nevada, that has 19 people. We're gonna meet our alien expert friend, James, and just get the lay of the land here. We arrived late in the night at the alien, and they had a strict no filming policy. So we went nearby to the town's only gas station to meet our contact, James Fox, and make a game plan for the rest of the night. We were about to tuck in and go to bed.
Yes.
And you said you have another idea.
Yes. There's no better time than the present. And we're out here, and we're not going to see anything if we don't try. Let's take our asses out to as close to the base as we can possibly get to without risk of being arrested and or shot. The use of deadly force is authorized. So
Kill on sight.
It's real. They're not.
That's crazy.
If you were to hide
The use of deadly
super
force.
secret craft of non-human origin anywhere on Earth, when you come out here, you can see this would be the perfect place to do it.
Is it fair to say this is one of the most top secret places on Earth?
This is the most top secret place on Earth, yes. Right now, we're gonna go out to probably the most famous mailbox in history. It was the infamous black mailbox, but it became so famous because when you get to the black mailbox, you'll see a dirt road. It's completely unmarked. There's no road signs. You turn off, and that's the point where you go in on the dirt road to the base for about 20 minutes, and then you get to a sign that basically, and you'll see security. Like if you go beyond that sign, all bets are off. So the black mailbox, I think, got so famous that it might have been stolen. I heard it might have been recently replaced. We're gonna find out right now.
Is that our first destination?
That's
the
our
black
first
mailbox?
destination, yes.
Let's get hopping.
Let's go.
That's fine, Dark. You don't have to believe in aliens. But you can just chill, have fun with the idea of it. But we're not in space by ourselves. We're floating somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we're aliens ourselves. So.
Trying to find an entrance to Area 51 can be very difficult. Your phone likely won't have service as you're near it. Some say it's the government jamming your signal. Just a black box? So this doesn't even exist.
Google Maps just said nah.
Others say it's just the remoteness of the location. The easiest way to spot a route into Area 51 is the infamous black mailbox. It marks one of the roads that can lead you in. However, tonight, we suspected that the box had either been taken down or stolen because we simply could not find it. Is this it?
Yeah,
Tommy G coming over.
Gang, baby, we're ready to slide the block.
We're just gonna drive down this dirt road until we get arrested. Over. Just kidding.
Did we miss the mailbox, or is that still ahead?
I think we missed it. We'll see a dirt road connecting to this road in the next mile or so on the right-hand side. Over. Turn our lights out. They've never known we were coming. Over. Isn't it weird?
I want a Jeep Wrangler. I always have, but they're horrible. They're not very reliable. But I would do. I still want one.
To imagine that we could literally be 15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone.
15 to 20 minutes away from information that could change the entire world.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
What has motivated you to dedicate your entire adult life to chasing down and researching these things?
Imagine if our government had definitive proof that we're not alone in the universe, whether you believe it or not. But if you felt that was true, could you just walk away easily from that story? I feel that every man, woman, and child has a right to know, and I feel it's an incredibly important and significant piece of the puzzle, and it's difficult to walk away from.
I have to give huge credit today to my friend, Julian Dory. He is the key behind all of this happening, the connection to James Fox. He was the key behind the Trump assassination video, and he's the key behind the Scientology video that we have in the works as well. So show love to Julian, links in the description, blow him up, comment Big Dog's gotta eat.
Every time I hit a bottleneck, I build a new AI employee to crush it.
Ah,
I used
shut
to say
up.
that I had one AI employee working for me.
And thank you, Julian.
Guys, do you see that red light off in the distance, kind of at our 1 o'clock?
Yes.
That's apparently got all sorts of sensors, including video. They're watching us come in right now. This is security. This is definitely security up there. No question, over.
If you are considering trespassing on the Nevada Test and Training Range boundary, please consider the following consequences. You will be required to pay a $1,000 fine. You will have your car towed at your expense. You will have your car impounded at your expense. You will be brought to Hyco, Nevada to be processed. Once released, you will be responsible for transportation, blah, blah, blah. Now, my question is it telling us not to go beyond this point? Or can we go a little further until, I think we go a little further.
Oh, he's moving.
That guy's watching us. He's listening to us too, I'm sure of it.
You think they have
Sure
that
of it.
level of technology that they can...
Absolutely.
What
yes.
makes you sure of that?
Because I've heard about it. They can just point and they can listen. George Knapp's documented that.
Folks, we gotta pay homage to the legendary Las Vegas journalist George Knapp. In 1989, George broke the story on Area 51 and brought
Welcome
its
back, welcome
existence
back.
to the public eye. His interview with Bob Lazar, who claimed to have worked on reverse engineering alien technology, invited a firestorm of speculation, forever linking Area 51 to extraterrestrial secrets. George's fearless reporting forced the government to acknowledge the base's existence, and it laid the groundwork for decades of UFO investigations. Without him, the legend of Area 51 might still be a secret.
James, you want to go say hi to the scary man? You want to go say hi?
I mean, I want to. I want to see who that is.
This is the gate. This is the next layer.
Oh, he's coming down to us right now, over.
They say that there are only two guarantees in life: death and taxes.
Yeah.
I think the third is we go beyond that sign, we go to jail and or get shot. What we know about this base is you can tell, like we just drove in down, what, 30 miles of dirt road to get here. You just simply can't imagine just how remote this place is until you come out here and see it in person. It just doesn't, it's hard to convey.
And the level of secrecy.
Yeah, it's just the remoteness and secrecy.
And when you finally do find the edge, you still barely see anything except for barbed wire tracking all through the grass, the signs, the gates. Are these guys special forces? Are they mercenaries? Who are the people patrolling the base?
They're usually the people that are from special forces. They hire them up and they arm them and they tell them that, this is the way we do business for the program, and off they go.
What kind of power are they authorized to use on someone that's going towards the base?
They're authorized lethal force.
This base got a lot of attention in the late 80s when that guy Bob Lazar came forward through George Knapp. It was initially as a incognito, anonymously he came forward, and then ultimately because for fear of his life. He was saying that there were craft of non-human intelligence in the possession of the military, and they were being housed by Papoose Lake in a series of camouflaged hangars that were built into the side of the mountain. They have no wings, they have no tail, they have no visible means of propulsion, they make no sound, they don't have any air disturbance, very little noise. Some people will talk about a slight buzzing or humming sound within a certain proximity of them. They do things that are just defy physics as we understand it, right? You would want to keep that technology ultra secret because you'd want to weaponize it. Just a few miles down the road, the truth lies, right? The whole world wants to know what's going on out there.
Have we got anyone from this base that's active to speak anonymously?
Sorry, active?
But he worked at the base for some time?
He did, yeah.
In what capacity, do you know? In non-military lingo, how would you explain to a layman what your career consisted of?
It's like counterintelligence work where you're trying to prevent the enemy from finding out about what you're doing.
How long did you serve on that base?
I was there for 6 years.
Tell us about the morning of the encounter. What happened?
Well, we went up range. We had to look at a video of the UFO that came in and entered into the Nels test range from the previous week because they didn't know what it was, so they were just trying to get people to observe it and verify that, yeah, this is something that we didn't see, because you're talking to anybody on my crew. We've been there for years. We'd seen all kinds of aircraft, and this didn't fit anything that we'd seen on the video.
So this is what it recorded the UFO also.
Looks like one right outside house, going like straight up. I don't know what it is.
So a UFO crash lands on the base.
I swear, video is always horrible in these things. Like, you think we have better cameras? Fuck, video is always horrible.
They wait until the Monday crew comes in to look into it?
Pretty much, that's what it seems to have happened.
This is a sign.
Oh, he just honked at us.
He just honked.
He probably thinks this is something
Would he have honked?
Dude, he fought. Yeah,
Because
I know.
he's hearing us? Well, hang on, I'm just asking.
Yeah, wait. What did he say? What did you say?
Hang on.
Honk if you can hear us.
Okay, we're about to drive up this road. Are you going to arrest us if we do so? Honk, please. We're good.
This moment of Area 51 exploration is brought to you by Alien Jerky. If you're about to go to federal prison, first get this flavor in your mouth as well as this flavor. And you know what? Why didn't we think of it? We're gonna bribe the guard with this.
Oh yeah. Well, we talked to this guy
It's
earlier
stupid.
today, and he's like, yeah, when I worked there, he goes, they'll just blast you. I was like, they'll just blast you? And he's like, yeah, they'll just take you out. Like, we're authorized to kill.
You know what I think that means? Let's explore a little further.
All right, what I'm trying to do right now is I just want to see where the barbed wire is. Where is the barbed wire, guys? Man, you can't even tell. We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure. Guys, here comes more security.
More security, more security.
More security right now.
Holy shit, the truck's coming up, look at that.
Yep.
Holy shit.
He's coming quickly too.
Look how fucking windy it is, dude. It's cold, desolate, and there's government forces assembling right now.
I know. They're letting us know that they know that we are right here. The question is...
They're going together.
I mean, one thing we can say for sure is we will all be going to jail if we cross the line. The question is, where exactly is the line?
The only way to do it is to walk up the barbed wire from the gate.
I've already walked. Well, you want to drive down there and see it?
Sure.
All right.
So look,
Land Survey Monument.
That's just government bullshit to keep us off the land. What happened next was strange. As we turned off our cameras to take a couple iPhone photos, we heard a noise, but not just any noise, one that had an eerie, metallic, and otherworldly sound. This is what followed immediately after. I heard that. What the f*** do you hear?
It sounded like metallic, something big, metallic, and somewhat loud. I thought someone was coming.
You heard it?
I heard it. You heard it?
You heard it? Are you sure that wasn't my car?
Positive. It came from right over there. No question. Well, you know, I told you guys they had a 99% chance of seeing security, and we saw security.
We're gonna fold our cards for tonight in case they have any devices that can hear us.
Oh, they can hear us.
We just want to know the truth! Can you hear us? I have some beef jerky I can offer you! I repeat, I said beef jerky! I don't know if it's working. What we're dealing with right now is like there's
It's fucking
so much
stupid.
disorientation and trickery that happens, like hearing certain noises. Like they said they heard this metallic thud. Was it the sign rattling, or was it a secret thing happening in the background? I mean, and that's how these stories get convoluted when it comes to the supernatural or the UFOs, or there's a lot of explanations for the same thing. So like in diving into the truth of these stories, you have to figure out how credible someone's testimony is, and it's been proven that eyewitness testimony actually isn't even that accurate. But when you have multiple eyewitnesses independently corroborating a story, that's where it becomes more and more airtight.
That scared the fucking shit out of him.
So we're going to the Alamo Inn, about 40 miles away, and kind of the other side of Area 51. There's the Alien, the Alamo Inn, and kind of you go in between them, that's where you can go on the road to the back way of Area 51. And we're going to talk to the motel owner and actually stay there the night. And this guy, his dad worked on the base. At both of these inns, everyone in the community seems to know someone that has had an experience or seen something or knows something. So this is a obvious and good place to go for this investigation. All right, folks, we're pulling up to the most famous mailbox in the world. Well, tell the people what we're looking at right now.
So this is the remnants of what was once the black mailbox. Because of the nature of secrecy of the space, there's no road signs, there's no indication of where the entry point is to Area 51. There was this black mailbox to a rancher who lives probably at that ranch out there. This mailbox became the beacon of like the entry point to go in to check out Area 51. And so everyone's just like, turn right at the mailbox or turn left at the mailbox. Like that's the dirt road into Area 51. It became just super famous, the most famous mailbox on the planet.
Also, I want to draw our attention to there's mountain ranges everywhere we can look, and these are also vantage points.
Yeah.
And Chuck Clark spent his life documenting these vantage points, and one by one, the government shut them down.
Yes.
So what do you mean you shut down
His place got raided. He was raided right here in Rachel, and George Knapp covered the story at the time.
The story goes with Chuck that he allegedly got his hands on footage of an alien encounter so good, so compelling, that Logan Paul drove to his house with $100,000 cash to try and buy the video, but Chuck refused. It goes without saying that research from guys like Chuck Clark are foundational and lay the groundwork that allow me to continue to explore the mystery of Area 51 further.
One of my favorite close encounters of the third kind in the United States took place in the desert of New Mexico in 1964 that involved an on-duty police officer by the name of Lonnie Zamora. And the Air Force files during the peak of Project Blue Book investigations have detailed diagrams and of the craft where it landed, the landing gear impressions, photographs of the landing gear impressions, the footprints from the alleged creatures, very detailed report in Project Blue Book own files.
We're having a local pull up that his parents had an encounter with a non-human being right in this area in the 90s. So we're gonna get to hear the story from him and see what we make of it.
This is a story that my parents passed on to me. My dad was born and raised here in this valley, in Parananga Valley. He worked out at the test site in Area 51 for a good portion of his life. Because he mainly worked on the test site side when they were doing the nuclear testing. He drove the trains and everything that went down inside the tunnels and that where they'd set the bombs off and that. And then when they shut that down, then he moved over to the Area 51 side.
So we're all traveling on the road. We see this guy starting to kind of hail us and starts jogging towards us, but he's walking running very funny. It looked like he was going to fall over and like he was around. I'm wondering what's wrong with him. And then as we get a bit closer, I'm starting to notice that he's got very pale skin, but it's got this blue undertone like he's hypothermic. We get to the point where he's at the corner of the front of the vehicle, and the guy in the passenger seat in the front screams he's got no ears. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty rude. Why would he say that? And then I'm stepping out onto the roadway, and I look up, and indeed, he has no ears. And I'm thinking, good grief, this is really strange.
Both your parents had an encounter on this road.
Yes, they were coming down this road, coming over Hancock Summit here, coming back into town. They'd been out hunting or camping for the weekend, something. They were out in the hills playing around, which they like to do an awful lot. Mom says they come over the hill here, and he says you can see somebody walking down the road for quite a ways. It caught her eye. She's like, wow, what's somebody doing walking out in the middle of nowhere like this? As they got closer to it, she could see that it was dressed in, the way she describes it, is Bedouin clothing. So it was the flowing scarves and head covered and everything. Couldn't see anything other than the cloth that was around it.
What was this being wearing?
He was wearing a military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean. Then I noticed his eyes, and that's when I really got scared because the eyes were like twice as big. That's when he starts talking to me in another language. I don't know what it is, but somehow I'm understanding every word he says, even though it's a language I've never heard before. So,
was it an audible language or was this telepathic?
It was both. He was speaking audibly to me, but at the same time, I think I telepathically understood the words.
As they got closer to it, it stepped away from the road and crouched down, along the borrow area there. When it did that, my dad continued to drive past it. She goes, "Hey, we ought to stop and see if they need help." And my dad just told her, "No, you didn't see anything," and went on. And if you knew my dad, he's the last person in the world that's not going to stop and give somebody help, especially if they're out in the middle of nowhere like this and they're unfamiliar with the surroundings.
Like, if aliens are real or creatures from another planet are real, why do you think your dad never wanted to talk about it?
I think that's what the oath he took, when he went to work out there, is that he couldn't talk about that stuff.
And as he's walking away, I look back at my friends in the car and they all look like they're zombies. This guy is not from this planet, is what I thought when I saw his features on his face.
You gave testimony behind closed doors. Did you do that in a skiff, or where did you do it?
I did it in a skiff.
Okay, and so were there members of Congress or chiefs of staff, like who?
It was all the committee members, from the armed forces committees.
What was the look on their faces when you started describing this alleged encounter with an alien?
Shock.
A lot of people that have had a sighting, an experience, are pretty quiet about it. They keep it tight to their chest. Why do you think that is?
I think that they're afraid of being judged, because there's a lot of people you say, "Oh yeah, I had an encounter," they're gonna go, "Ooh, you're crazy," There's something wrong with this person.
What was the moment in your career where you said, "I think we might not be alone"?
October 19th, 2017. The first interstellar object was spotted by a telescope in Hawaii called Pan-STARRS. It was given the name Oumuamua, which means a scout in the Hawaiian language. This was the first object identified as coming close to Earth from outside the solar system. It was roughly the size of a football field, flat object, pancake-shaped.
It's crazy. It's snowing in the fucking desert.
We're gearing up to hit Area 51 from another angle, and it went from being a beautiful, clear sky day that we were getting shots to we're stuck in a cloud. And I think it just goes to show the desert is a place that is magic tricks. Mother Nature plays magic tricks with the desert. No wonder people see bizarre shit, like just things get obscured in the desert, whether it's the mirage or the weather change.
Jason Peavy here with Peavy Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Georgia homeowners can now save up to $8,000 when they upgrade.
Is that government vehicles? There are a lot of those same vehicles. See that?
Is there another exit of the base that they're coming from that we don't know about?
I've never been down this one. I've only been down that one. I've heard about this one. I don't know.
But there's a parade of, those have to be government vehicles that are coming by.
At around 5:30 p.m., at least 5 days a week, possibly 7, you'll see these white buses with no markings, with blacked out windows.
That's kind of Scientology-esque. That's what we just encountered recently.
Barreling out of this place, down this long dirt road, headed east. And then they get to 375, and then they head south, probably going to Vegas.
I'm no expert in the driving habits of feds, but it seemed to me we were witnessing a convoy of Fed vehicles leaving Area 51. And for some reason, seeing all of those feds grouped together, it just felt spooky to me.
Yep, there's at least 2.
Looks like we got 2. One disappearing into the clouds. Can you describe some of the technology at the base? Like, how much more advanced is it than the public perception of what our technology is?
I don't want to get into specifics, but it's hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years ahead of what we think is happening?
Yes.
So I think part of the question is this just high-level military?
That's crazy. Hundreds of years advanced shit these days we have. It's possible. Oh, I want it to be true so bad. Oh.
Military technology that they don't want other people to get their hands on? Or did they get some of this technology, the way things move, the way they turn, stop, that seem to defy our typical engineering and physics? Did they get that from alien crafts? When an alien craft crashes, they have the best engineers in the country examine it and try to re-engineer it. Is that what's happening at Area 51? Or is this shit just so advanced and they just haven't released it to the public? Our conception of what is possible is 60 years in the past, 50 years in the past, and they just haven't shown us the good shit because, well, it's a tactical advantage in war. It's all possible.
I had not gone to this entry point yet.
Okay.
So this is new for me. All right, you guys want to follow me?
It was just this. This is what I call mucho security.
Oh shit, they got mad clubs.
Oh. God damn it.
Unauthorized
Look,
personnel.
look, now it's going.
Not permitted beyond this point.
So we almost did get captured.
You just literally... Dude.
That's not a good sound.
Should we get the fuck out of here? Let's get the fuck out of here. That's push. Like, are we being pussies for leaving after that?
No, they were trying to trap us. They were. Dude.
Who's this guy fucking going backwards? Methy over here is going backwards, trying to get us. Is he? What the fuck is this guy doing? Is this guy on meth? What the fuck? This guy's going pretty fast backwards. We're going 45 miles an hour and he's beating us right now. What the hell is this guy doing?
What is this guy doing? 20 miles an hour backwards.
You just trespassed on federal property.
It's crazy.
You know the gate where they close, you can go into a gate and then they close a barrier behind you?
That's an entrapment, yes.
What happens if you get stuck in that?
That's a way for them to keep your vehicle and yourselves from going any further. And they will draw their weapons on you and they will tell you, okay, you're coming with us. They'll take all your equipment, they'll dismantle your car, look at all of your cameras, look at all your film, they will confiscate everything, and you'll be lucky if you get your car back in a crate later on, let alone whether you will be serving jail time in one of their facilities right there on the site.
Holy shit, that was great.
So close to the
So you think we would have been trapped if we didn't if Keegan didn't remind me to back up?
Hell yeah, they would have locked you in there. 100%. 100%. God.
Boy, is it a big fan photo.
Oh, look at that view.
It is kind of gorgeous though.
But you still can't see the base even if it does clear?
No, I mean, yeah. Well, you can see just above it. So if there's any activity, you can see it from here, but you just can't like see the actual base. You see just above it.
So folks, we took a deep dive into some of the claims, some of the people that have worked there, people that have experienced things. And I have to say some of this is quite compelling. When you hear Congress people talking about this, you know something is serious. And let me know what you guys think. You guys believers? Are you guys skeptics? Are you guys open to the possibility
I want to
that this
believe
is
it.
real? It's been a pleasure taking this deep dive with you. I appreciate you, James. Go out there, watch this video. You can stream it, you can rent it. If you want to take this much, much further, this was a couple-day investigation. He's dedicated 30 years of his life to looking into this and made multiple documentaries on the subject. One of the world's renowned experts in the field. So if you want to take a deeper dive into that, his links into his documentaries are in the description. Rent them, stream them, check them out, and explore for yourself, and you determine what you think is true.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week.
You guys thought about that chat? That was weird. I wish it was true though. Weird though. Really, really do. That was dope though. Let's see. It's gonna be a short live today, guys. What should we watching? What's this? What is this?
So massive that it has a completely self-sustaining ecosystem with its own climate conditions. Hundreds of meters underground, the clouds you're used to seeing in the sky form inside this cave. Sondong even has an untouched prehistoric rainforest hidden far below the surface, and a vast underground river. From transparent fish to colorful monkeys, over 250 endemic plant and animal species live in this underground world. 7 new animal species were recently discovered here and are unique to this place. Stretching 9 kilometers in length, this cave holds 38.5 million cubic meters of space, and its passages are so enormous that a 40-story skyscraper could fit inside, and its giant stalagmites are rising like towers of ancient cities. Walking inside, it's impossible not to feel as small as a tiny bug. Can a rock move on its own? Sondong even contains phytokarst rocks, which move towards the sun like semi-living organisms. Rare cave pearls and many other unique formations are also found here. For 3 million years since its formation, the world had no idea about this cave's existence until it was fully explored in 2009 in Vietnam. Now, it's time for you to see the largest cave on Earth. Individual access is forbidden to protect both visitors and the fragile environment. This expedition is operated by Oxalis, the only authorized agency. To reach Sondong, we've trekked through the jungle for 9 hours, and now we must pass through N Cave, the world's 3rd largest cave. This cave serves as a gateway to the world's largest cave. It's crucial to be fully prepared for every possibility. So before setting out on this journey, we did deep online research about Sondong and its surrounding area to learn about everything that we would need to know. Now, we're heading towards the beach inside the cave. Over the centuries, water from nearby rivers gradually carved this place. The ceiling is 145 meters high, and the cave is 200 meters wide.
During the flooding season, much of this empty space is submerged underwater. You can understand from the basket over there, the water levels rise so much that it can carry objects up to that level.
With a breathtaking lake in front of us, it was impossible not to take a quick dip.
Crazy.
At dusk, the sound of swift birds echoes in the cave. Because of their short and weak legs, these birds can't take off from the ground and must jump from a high place to fly. If they are trapped on the ground, it means death is certain for these birds.
This one was unlucky and waited to die.
At sunrise, we're ready for the journey to Sondong. If we call this cave a neighborhood, then Sondong is a massive city in comparison.
We will move to the darkness now.
I can't help but wonder what awaits us in Sondong. As we walk, dozens of crickets on the ground start jumping from side to side. The ground is covered with centuries of bat guano. Above us, countless bats hang in deep sleep, but some are awake and constantly defecating on us, so it's not a good idea to look up.
That's
be careful,
how my
buddy.
arm looks.
We pass by formations that look like travertine. The limestone steps take us to the path that leads to Sondong.
Wow, The view here is amazing. You can see some water coming down from both sides.
N Cave welcomed us for a night deep in the jungle. Now, it's time to meet Songdong Cave.
It's trying to come to me, you know? It's moving towards me. It knows what to leech on. Oh, it got too big.
Beneath the soil we walk on lies the 450 million year old limestone formation, which began forming long before the existence of humans or even dinosaurs. This calcium-rich limestone is composed of shells and skeletons of ancient sea animals that sank to the ocean floor and gradually compressed over millions of years. However, since calcium dissolves easily in acid, acid rain slowly erodes limestone and forms caves over time. This is how the world's largest cave was formed, by rain dissolving limestone. A challenging final climb brings us down to the grand entrance of Songdong. As we move deeper, everyone's switching on their headlamps now. This path will lead us to the Hope and Vision Passage. In this 9-kilometer-long cave, there is so much to explore. We might be the first to record newly discovered animals.
This is the entrance of Songdong Cave. You can see those people look tiny at the entrance.
Even just a few steps in, we're surrounded by incredible cave formations. The water, rich in minerals, flows down from the ceilings or walls and builds these beautiful rimstone pools over time.
The very first animal greeting us is a cricket. We are making our way through the rocks.
Some stalagmites are sparkling in pure white because of the mineral type they're composed of.
It looks like a diamond.
Yes, it does.
There's a huge stalactite in bronze color, resembling frozen waterfalls. The orange-brown hue suggests the presence of iron or other minerals mixed within the limestone. Some stalactites have actually broken off from the ceiling and fell down to the ground.
That one in the middle is a fault line. It was formed because of tectonic movements of the Earth.
Songdong's enormous size is not just the result of water erosion, but also the fractures caused by tectonic movements, which created pathways for water to flow deeper.
There's a huge river in this part of the cave.
It's crazy.
If you fall, you can't swim. It's so fast.
Heavy rains feed many rivers here, and a large and fast river now flows through the cave.
How did this come to life? We are like hundreds of meters inside the cave. There is no sunlight.
Heavy floods can bring soil and plant stems into the cave. That's why we see a sprouted seed here.
Unfortunately, without sunlight, they won't survive for long. The flood also brought spores in, so now there are mushrooms growing here. The moisture and darkness are perfect for them.
Just yesterday, the water reached up to here. It carried a lot of mud with it.
It's so recent, as if the flood just happened here. Signs of the incident are still visible. We reached the Hope and Vision Passage. This is the largest part of the cave. I'm standing next to the tallest stalagmite in the world. It is 80 meters high.
It took an average of 800,000 years for these minerals to accumulate on the ground as water dripped from the ceiling and formed this massive stalagmite. The reason it got so huge is because it grew in a part of the cave where the ceiling is over 170 meters high and more than 130 meters wide.
It's fucking
so
crazy,
this part of the cave is as large as a 40-story skyscraper could fit, and even a double-decker aircraft could fly through.
You can see the light coming from the first dolin very far ahead. That's where we are heading.
We spot cloudy-like white catches on the ground.
What is this?
A spider web.
When they sense vibrations of a trapped insect, the spider jumps out, bites the prey, and returns to the funnel to eat. These are sand towers. When water drips from above, the parts under the pebbles are protected while their surroundings erode, and in the end, it forms these towers. It looks like a small metropolis.
If you carefully look at it, there's a guy standing on the top of that rock.
Our teammate in a far distance is now standing on a stalagmite of 60 meters in length. We move 3 kilometers forward in the cave.
This is our camping site. Imagine sleeping here, looking at this view.
From here, you can partially see the first dew line. It might look like the cave's exit, but it's actually the first of 2 massive dew lines. And from here on, things will get more incredible. The temperature difference between the outside and the inside of the cave forms mist and clouds inside the cave. The area beyond them is called Watch Out for Dinosaurs. We will explore that place tomorrow. For now, it's time to rest.
Now we are going to first dolin. This is the next day. There will be a lot of things that we will see today. Let's go.
We are crawling through narrow passages to get to the first dew line.
A very narrow point. Oh.
These sticky threads are traps belonging to cave worms. They produce a blue-green light from their tail to attract flying insects to these sticky threads. Once an insect gets stuck, the larva pulls up the thread with its mouth and eats its prey.
This limestone is the oldest limestone in Southeast Asia. It is more than 400 million years old.
While some sea creatures become part of the limestone, others mineralized and ended up as fossils, like you see in this example. We'll get into the details of this fossil later. We're almost there.
Sun! Wow, it takes for water droplets to reach the ground for like 20 seconds from up there. What is the height of this wall?
It's around 140 meters.
Everything is huge here.
When you look up, you can see the trees of the rainforest surrounding the opening. But right now, we are meters below and still inside the cave. The reason why this hole exists is that hundreds of thousands of years ago, the river flowing inside Songdong eroded the limestone and weakened the roof. The roof couldn't hold up and collapsed, creating this giant hole above. So the light gave life to these algae and mosses.
In the afternoon, we'll go to Dolin number 2. It's very different. You'll see a real jungle there.
But first, let's see the first of the last two incredible formations here.
This is also a stalagmite, but it's a different one.
It owes its unique layered shape to the waterfalls. These are phytokarst formations. They are rare limestone formations shaped by the growth of algae, mosses, and microorganisms together with calcium carbonate. Since both biological and geological processes shape them, they're like partly a living and partly non-living. Here you can see the phytokarst formations moving toward the sun like a hand extending from the cave. Climbing 1 kilometer down and up in the dark, we finally reached our next destination.
This is the second dolin, much bigger than the first one. This looks amazing. All of a sudden, we are in a forest, in a cave. Look here, they're so dense.
The roof of the cave at this point collapsed as a result of the intersection of two main faults, forming a dew line on the surface 252 meters above where we are. The collapsed cave roof allowed sunlight to enter, giving rise to an entirely new ecosystem. Despite extreme conditions, plants and animals have managed to adapt and turn this place into a unique underground rainforest.
As we move forward towards the light, the height of the plants grow. The soil makes it perfect to form a rainforest.
A large portion of the soil here consists of bat guano. It is accumulated for millions of years and is highly fertile.
The soil here is deep and full of small holes. There is an insect in each hole, and the insects are making traps in these holes to catch animals.
This jungle is huge. The biologists have found more than 200 species of plants and almost 60 species of animals living in this area.
There are some monkeys on trees. This might be the only cave where monkeys live.
Most primates typically prefer trees as their habitat, and cave environments are not suitable for them. However, this extraordinary cave has become a new living space for certain species. We came across a centipede, and snakes are living in this forest as well.
Sound of this forest is calming.
Even the explorers who first came here in 2009 thought they'd found the exit for a moment.
Remember that we are in a cave. This cave has its own rainforest. All of these trees get thinner but taller to reach the sunlight coming from above. That's why all of them are very thin, but very tall compared to their width.
Certain trees reach heights of 40 to 50 meters. It's because the trees prioritize height to maximize sunlight absorption.
This is the remains of a snail. Monkeys catch these snails and break them with stones, then eat them.
As we move through the cave, we start coming across signs red-shinned dukes have left behind.
Look, so many snails. Most of them are broken and probably eaten by a monkey.
We kind of forget we're in the cave because it's so massive.
This is where we are going to camp tonight.
It's our fourth and final day in the cave. Today, we navigate through a water-filled passage before reaching the Great Wall of Vietnam. The stalagmites here look fascinating, almost like the work of a sculptor.
A pool of water surrounds this column and fish are swimming in it. These fish have no eyes as they have adapted to live in this total darkness. Instead, their other senses got stronger over time.
See how it doesn't give any reaction to the shadow of my hand or the movement?
It doesn't see anything. Like the fish, this cricket is completely blind. It doesn't see me. These super rare formations are called cave pearls. They are usually 1 centimeter in diameter, but here, since they are too old, some of them are as big as a tennis ball.
Just like real pearls, they form around a tiny nucleus, such as a grain of sand, with layers of minerals slowly building up over time. They need a few hundred years to be fully formed. As we push further into the cave, something unexpected catches our eyes. These are deer bones. They're estimated to be 500 years old. There is one last challenge ahead, an 80-meter high karst wall called the Great Wall of Vietnam. To reach there, we must also pass through a 600-meter long Passchendaele Passage. The passage is now filled with water and is turned into a breathtaking jade green lake.
It's so high that the light does not reach to very top.
After the wall, the light from the exit is visible from 500 meters away.
We have explored the world's largest cave from one end to the other, yet on the 4th day of the exploration, one mystery still remains. Which ancient creature the fossil we saw in Sondong belongs to?
I'm opening Opera browser and quickly navigating to the cave's website to check the related article.
Here we'll find the same fossil's image and its description. I'm gonna press Command/ or Control/ to open Aria. It's a built-in AI tool. Let's ask it to highlight the key points in this article. The article mentions 2 different coral fossils, but doesn't specify which image belongs to which creature. Luckily, Aria has image recognition feature. I'm gonna upload the image and ask again. Okay. It identifies the fossil we saw as Tetracorolia. Let's check for more information on this sea creature.
First, I'm using the Tab Islands feature to effortlessly group tabs by topic and save space. I can expand or collapse them as needed.
I'm splitting the browser window to view both websites side by side. It appears that Tetracorolia or rugosa went extinct 300 million years ago. This carnivorous species is believed to have had tentacles to catch its prey and grew up to 10 centimeters. Because it is extinct today, we don't know exactly what this animal looked like, but with Aria's image generation feature, we can create a possible visual for this animal. Here's an illustration of a living Tetracorolia drawn as a colony with tentacles. By the way, tab traces feature, as you can see here, help us see our recent visited tabs by darkening the underscore.
The darker the underline, the more recently the tab was visited.
Using Opera Smart Tools, I believe that we identified which creature this fossil belongs to. Opera also enhances workflow with a floating music player and customizable themes with many other features. Download Opera now from the link in the description box or pinned comment to take your browsing experience to the next level. Thank you for watching.
That was sick. That was dope. Thanks for joining me for tonight, guys. You guys have been amazing. And we'll go back live tomorrow again. Same time, 11 p.m. I think I should go live a little bit earlier. Let me know. And maybe I will go a little live earlier. But we'll see. All right, guys. Have a good one.